Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Juliana. Welcome to another review video. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the new mood palette from Beauty Bay. I ordered this yesterday and it was delivered to me today. I could not wait to get into this palette. It's such a gorgeous color story, at least most of it anyway. I've seen this palette for a while now. When it was accidentally leaked on their website, I got a view of what the color story looks like, so I knew I was gonna get it. When I saw the color story, it is beautiful, so beautiful. I love the choices of the colors, especially these three rows at the bottom. Yeah, but this is the palette I have on my eye, so I did 2 looks with the palette as well as some swatches. There will be timestamps in my description section, so if you're only here for the swatches, then you can just go straight to the swatches, and if you're here for the eye look, then feel free to watch it. And if you want to watch everything, I would greatly appreciate it because it helps my channel. So if you like to know how this palette perform both on the eyes and the swatches, then please keep on watching. Okay, for the first look, I think I want to do blues, so I want to go on this section here, there's 6 shades. I might dig into some of the shimmers because I can see some iridescent kind of shade in the palette. So but for the first look, I want to mainly dip into the 6 colors. Alright, I'm starting with the blue shade and it's called Confident. I'm just gonna gently dab that. Wow, look at that. I've got a bit of fallout, but I mean I did pick up a lot. Alright, I've shaked it off a bit, so I'm just gonna gently stamp to prevent further fallout. This is blue, it's very dark. So swapping to a smaller brush. Yeah, I want to kind of put that down on my lower lid first, just to give me a guide. So this is a Blend Bunny brush. It's called B4. I think that's what the name is. I'll try and link it in my description section. Okay, now further swapping to a flat, I want to say flat brush, like a buffer brush. I swap the brush so I can have it like a very detailed look, because over here it's kind of small and I don't want to use a bigger brush, otherwise it will go all messy. So I want a precise application. I'm not going to do anything fancy, just literally 3-4 shades per eye and a shimmer. Alright, now that I've laid that down, back to the upper lid. So I'm going to darken my outer edge with that same shade, going back to the kind of medium size brush. I'm just patting the shade down to avoid further fallout. And as I get to my crease and the upper part of my lid towards the brow bone, I'm going to feather it upwards, just to reduce the intensity without kind of changing the color. Now that that's done, I'm going to build the color back up on the lower part of my lid. So I'm not taking the heavy color on the crease, but on my lower lid. Going back to that Blend Bunny brush, I'm going to use that towards the lower part of my lid, just for precise application to avoid fallout. So I'm literally just touching it to my lid gently. Alright, notice I'm not bringing it to the inner part of my lid. I'm going to use a lighter blue for that. Now swapping back to the bigger brush, now that I'm kind of like on my main lid, I can now use the bigger brush. This shade is really pigmented, so I'm gonna say proceed with very great caution. I'm gonna stop there for now and going for this color now. I'm gonna put that in the front part of my lid. Wow, it's also a very pigmented shade, so I'm literally just taking that towards my crease now. And getting to my crease, I'm gonna be pulling it downwards, just so that it doesn't go out of hand on my crease. Again, this has fallout as well. So now slightly taking it above that blue, I'm kind of wrapping it around. I'm gonna bring the dark blue back, but for now I'd rather this towards my brow bone than the dark blue. I'm going with a different brush, but picking up nothing, a clean brush. I'm gonna buff out the edge of this purple and blue. So there's literally nothing on my brush for now. I'm just kind of like blending the edges of this out. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. Now I'm going back to the brush I picked up the lilac blue with. I'm gonna kind of buff out. I didn't pick up any extra products, just the same thing that was on my brush. Just blending that out, just so it has more color payoff. Now going back to that dark blue, I'm gonna bring it back. And now that I have that purple down, I can bring it a little bit onto the upper part of my lid now. I mean, if it shows on that lilac, oh wow, I wasn't expecting it to show, but it's kind of creating a different color. I don't know if you can see. It's creating a different color when it's mixed in with the lilac. I actually like that. I wasn't planning on that, but I like the outcome. Going back to this small blend bunny brush, I'm gonna use that on the outer part just so it does not go out of hand. So I'm literally stamping down. Because of the size of the brush, it's very good for detailed work without it getting out of hand. Okay, I love the way it looks, so let's do shimmers now. Okay, I've not swatched this, so I don't know what the shimmers are like, so I'm just going to give those whitish shimmers a quick swatch. Alright, the one next to the blue, it does swatch like a blue, and the other one is like a pink iridescent shade, so I think I'm going to go for this in my inner corner. Okay. It's very complimentary of this blue, that's for sure. So it is definitely an iridescent shade with blue flecks. I'm gonna stop just right there because I'm gonna use the other blue shimmer. I don't know how far I'm gonna take the blue shimmer yet, but for now, just taking care of the inner corner. So that's the blue shimmer laid down. I'm gonna go for this. I think it's blue purple. Oh, that is beautiful. I mean, I'll be doing swatches at the end of this look, but yeah, that's that. So I'm gonna use my finger to apply it first to see what the impact is like. So nice. So I'm gonna use my finger first, then I'll use the brush for detailed application towards my crease. Alright, going with the brush now. So I'm gonna merge it with the lighter blue in the inner part of my lid, so just so they can kind of like look good together, basically blend them together. So I'm just using it to try and create like a cut crease. Going back with my finger on the outer part of my lid, and I'm gonna try and blend the shimmer to my crease, so just kind of like patting down. Picking a bit more of the blue iridescent shade, I'm gonna try and use that to blend over the darker blue. Okay, I think I like that. I'm just gonna blend the shimmer to the matte on my outer corner. Alright, picking up a little bit of the black. There is a black in the palette. I'm just gonna use that, lay that down again on the blue on my outer corner, just on the outer corner, to kind of give it further depth. And then lastly, going back to that lilac, I'm gonna blend the matte and the shimmer on my crease together. Right, that's it for the first look without lashes or liner. So I'm gonna do the second look before I apply lashes. So let's go to the second look. Alright, for the second look, I think I want to go in this area. I don't know what exactly. I'm thinking of the pink, this peach, possibly black to darken it, or the brown. I don't know, but yeah, I'm thinking of a pink look. It's gonna look very hard since this is very dark, and I don't know how dark that pink is, but that's what I'm doing today. Alright, starting with the peach color first. So this time around, I'm starting in the inner part of my lid, as opposed to the other side when I started with the darkest shade, which was the blue. So taking that halfway on my crease. Right now, going into the dark pink. I'm using a very big fluffy brush because I'm more or less putting this shade all over my, well, the majority part of my lid, so I just want to speed this up. So if you're not very good with eyeshadow, just stick to a medium size brush, or take your time to apply the shade. So I'm not getting any fallout from this pink at all. I'm taking it to my outer corner and feathering it. Hope it looks the same. I don't think so, but we'll see. I'm taking that pink on my lid. I swap into a smaller brush to get a precise application. I'm stamping on my lid now, just to build up the intensity. Wow, I wasn't expecting it to be this dark and pigmented. Wow, it almost matches the blue. I'm glad I went for the pink. So taking that pink a little bit into my inner corner, but not too far into my inner corner. So building it more towards my crease. So leaving the inner part still peach. Yeah, like that. Okay, I'm getting slight fallout, but it could be my fault because I'm kind of like speeding this up actually. And I'm also packing it on, so avoid too much blending really. Alright, towards my brow bone, I'm going to creep it up to try and blend this without introducing lighter shade. I'm going to try anyway. If I don't get a good blend, then I will use a little bit of that peach. It's blending, but I kind of want the peach to be peeking through over the pink, so I am going slightly over the pink with the peach color. Alright, going with like a dome brush, I'm going to use that to apply the pink on my lower lid, just so it doesn't go all over the place. Changing to another Blend Bunny brush, I'm going to use that to apply the pink on my lower lid. That applied smoothly, as in really good. This Blend Bunny brush, they are really good. They are so small and precise that you can use it for small areas. So if you've got like small eyes, they are really good for that. Even if you haven't got small eyes, as long as you're kind of like applying shadows in like small areas like I am now, it's really good. Okay, I think that's as far as I'm going. I'm going to apply the shimmers now. For the inner part of this lid, I'm going with this one, and for the main lid, I'm going to go for this shimmer. Remember, the one I'm using on my inner corner is an iridescent shade. Picked up too much, so I'm just gonna reduce that. Ah, that is beautiful. So putting that on my tear duct as well, just like I did with the blue. Yeah. I'm gonna take that peach to kind of blend in between the pink and the shimmer right there on my lower lid. I did do it on this side, but I did it off camera. Okay, I'm going for this shimmer. I'm going to put down majority part of my lid. That is nice, but I wish it was darker. Okay, now using a brush for precise application. And I'm also going to use it to outline my crease. Then using my finger, I'm going to press that. Alright, going back to the inner corner shade, I'm going to blend that with the peach. I'm going to take the inner corner shade and I'm just going to pull that right on my crease to kind of highlight my crease. And then on my crease, I'm going to blend with the peach. So blend the mattes into the shimmer. Okay, I might regret this, but I'm gonna use this brown to kind of deepen the outer edge of this. Might be a mistake, but I'm going for it. I just feel it's not as dark as this side. I like it. I really like it. Gonna do the same on my lower lid as well. It's nice. Going back to that pink, just to kind of like get a perfect blend. And then to the pink on the outer part of my lid as well. Okay, I think that's the eye look done. I'm going to apply my eyeliner and my lashes, mascara, and I'll be right back for the finished look. Alright guys, I'm back with the finished look. I used them Plouise and paints in my waterline, so I used them extra spicy right in the front part, and then I used them salty AF on the major part of my waterline. My eyeliner is a random eyeliner I got free when I bought my lashes, and then my mascara is from Lancome. Alright, the one thing I normally forget is the lipstick I use, so I'm gonna say that now. So I used them Super Bloom, Colourpop Super Bloom. Is like a blur lipstick, so it's quite light. Then I put Maybelline 50 Maybelline 50 on the edge of it, just to darken up the Super Blue. I have a combination of this on my lips. So now let's get on with swatching the palette. Alright, because it's a new palette, so I'm going to be swatching every shade. So I'm going to start from the top. Luckily it's 5 shades, so 5 fingers, so I'm going to literally swatch every shade, matte and shimmers. Okay, the first 5 shades. So if I just start from here, so it's going to be 20 shades. So let's start from the beginning of my hand. That's a matte brown. It's quite light and similar to my skin tone. And that is the shimmer I have on the side. And then this peach I have in the inner part on my thumb. So let me swatch that upside down, then I'll raise my hand up. So that's that. So this brown is quite dry. Just going to blend that again over my skin. Then again, my skin is quite dry as well. So these are the first 5 shades. The next 5 shades, one of them is a duochrome. This one is a duochrome. I knew from the moment I saw, I'm going to swatch the one on my thumb first, upside down. I knew when I saw the picture of the palette that one of, at least 2 I think is a duochrome. I have not read the description. I will put that on the screen. So second shade in that row, third shade, and this is the duochrome. And then the final shade in that row. Oh, beautiful row. I kind of built on that matte, so those are the next 5 shades. Third row. So this is the one on my thumb. Let me show you before I swatch that, because I have to do it upside down. That is another beautiful shimmer. That's what it looks like, that one there. So beautiful. Now let's do the other shades. So these swatches are going to be on my Instagram, definitely, if nowhere else. So this is the next 5 shades. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the third row. So first row, second row, and third row. Yeah, the swatches are going to be on my Instagram, detailed close-up swatches. I might do macros of the very, very beautiful shimmers. I might do a macro shot of them, but yeah, they will be on my Instagram. Alright, the fourth and final row, which I'll try and swatch here. So we have a yellow matte. And then this is the blue iridescent shade. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. It's the one I have on my inner corner. And then the lilac I have mixed with the blue. The blue matte, absolutely beautiful. And then that's very, very close to my skin tone. I mean, like I said, these swatches will be on my Instagram. They will be detailed, and you'll be able to see them close up. Yeah, so these are all the swatches of the New Mood palette. Let me just put the palette beside it. So let's see right there. Such a beautiful and gorgeous palette, really beautiful. Alright, I also went ahead and swatched some of the shimmers. Actually, most of the shimmers, I only missed that one. So the only one not on my hand is this one, but the others are on my palm, so you can see that better. It's usually very shiny when you put them on the palm. Alright, let's talk about the palette. First impression. I have to say, I was expecting more shimmer, if I'm gonna be honest, but then again, I love shimmers. For me, as far as I'm concerned, some shades I could have done without, like these browns. It doesn't, to me, doesn't look put together with the palette, because it's such a colorful palette in some sections. Then you have random browns at the top. I could have done without that, but then again, it makes it more palatable, I would say, to people that are not very used to colors. But if I had my way, I would have swapped at least either these two browns, this mustard color and this one. I would have swapped for different colors, because the way I look at the palette, it's not like a neutral palette with pop of color. It's like a mixture, but the mixture is weird and odd. I mean, I can see what they are trying to do. They're trying to make it more versatile for everybody. I mean, this row is perfect, you know, for non-color lovers. For me, I could have just done with the last 3 rows and forget about the 3rd row. Well, then I can't be selfish. I just wish that they had put more shimmers in the palette. But there are such beautiful mattes that have like missing shimmers. For example, this pink is so beautiful. I mean, look at it on my lid. It was so beautiful, but when it came to shimmer, I had to go for the peach, and to me it kind of brought down the look. I mean, it's as opposed to this side. I mean, this side is so beautiful, blue matte, blue shimmer. It's just so beautiful, and I wish the same was the case, you know, for this pink. But we can't win all the time. I don't 100% love it. Somebody else will 100% love it. Nothing wrong with the formula apart from the fallout I got from the blue, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, at least I know for next time to possibly maybe go with a different brush. I don't know. Well, overall, I like the palette. It's the same formula as Beauty Bay formulas I usually have. If I were to rate it out of 10, I'll probably give it a 7. I would give it a 7. You can't compare this to the, for example, the Wilderness palette. The Wilderness palette was a perfect palette. This not so much. One thing I do love about the palette though is the introduction of the iridescent shades. So there's 2, as you saw, I use for my inner corner. So there is a blue iridescent shade and like a peachy iridescent shade. I love that. And then this one that is a duochrome is just so beautiful, and this is so yummy. I think it's only this shimmer that is not very pigmented. This one, the one I have on this lid, it wasn't as pigmented as the others. I didn't use this today, so I don't know, you know, the performance of this. But in terms of all the other shimmers, yeah, this is the only one I would say is very light. But then again, it's sometimes interesting to have different formulas of shimmers in a palette, because we're not all gonna like the same thing. But that's the way I feel. But yeah, I am so happy with these two. These two, I love them. I love them so much. The fact that they are iridescent shade, and the fact that this one is a duochrome, so beautiful. And this blue and this green, they are just gorgeous. They are so metallic, so beautiful and metallic. Look at that. Yeah, so I would have loved more shimmers, but the shimmers that are there, I absolutely love. Okay, so what's the verdict? Yeah, I would definitely recommend the palette. I mean, yeah, I have complaints. It's not perfect. It's not a 10 out of 10, but nevertheless, I still love it, especially for that price. It's absolutely wonderful. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. That's the end of me reviewing the new Mood palette from Beauty Bay, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. You've enjoyed my 2 looks as well as my swatches. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'll see you.